Hello. I don't know if anybody's gonna come because I never go live anymore. You guys all hate me because I never go live. This channel is so hated, neglected, forgotten, dead, not a thing. I swear, it's like every time I go live on here, I look totally different now. This Tulsa shirt is classic, though. This is a classic for this channel and for me in general. Where the hell is my phone? I'm gonna notify my Discord. I'm not sure if anyone's gonna come. It's not too late. Back in the day, this is when I would go live. Back in the olden times. Back in the prehistoric age. Okay, oh my gosh, my Discord is so dead. Oof. Oof. I'll try. Oh my gosh, hello, Sam. Hello, yes, you did. I haven't really gone live like at all in forever. I just decided to lately because I feel better. I'm getting out of the deficit, so it's like I don't feel like I'm underwater as much. But I'm irritated financially, which is great. We love. So I got a little bit of a spark today. Yes, pretty much, Sam. I am so it's still really weird. I did want to talk about it on here a bit, but I think part of it is like I've realized like serotonin, it makes you really smug, which we love. It's like the best attitude I could ever have. I should have put a Paramore song as these lyrics today because I've been feeling very Paramore-y. Which is like Hayley Williams, and she's just very smug. She's a very smug girly pop. But anyways, I don't feel like I think before I felt so like nervous and stuff. I don't know if you wanted to say what you went through, Sam, but I'm glad that you were okay. I don't want to put it out on blast. But I'm glad that you're okay. And I thought I would just fold my laundry, do stuff. I don't know why I feel all awkward too. I'm high serotonin tonight for sure because I went up yesterday. Every Thursday I go up and then I get a little bit awkward on Friday, Saturday, and I like adjust. But something that did happen today that was crazy was I was at the grocery store and I took a zinc pill before I went to the grocery store. I was on the phone with Eric and I literally almost threw up in the freaking aisle because the zinc made me so nauseated. Like it was crazy. So I actually almost threw up in the grocery store today, but I didn't. I held it together. I had to like hold it together because it was so not a thing. It was so bad. I don't even know. I don't know if Bot will come. I don't know who's gonna come. I don't know who else will come. But I did go live on my main channel really recently and it was fun. And I was like, I miss going live. I miss it. I was nervous to go live on my main, but I just wanted to be a hot mess today. And I love this channel for that reason. So I was like, I'm just going to go live here. But yeah, I guess the point of the title, yeah, pretty much. I guess the point of the title was just like part of my serotonin being up and, getting me to smug 20-year-old Hayley Williams levels was just like I'm not ashamed or like I'm sick of like I don't know. It's like I'm sick of playing by the rules. I don't know. It's your favorite. It's your favorite, Sam. It's your favorite like that feminine energy of like not wanting to listen to anything anymore, not wanting to follow any rules anymore. Um, of things, you know? But to me, I was just like, I don't wanna do like that, like, this vanity weight thing was so tough that, like, now I don't want any structure. No, I'm just kidding, that's terrible. That's not true. I'm exaggerating. I'm being facetious. I'm exaggerating. I have to say that. Just in case my crush watches this, I have to say I'm being facetious. Do not worry, crush. I'll listen to your authority, crush. Okay? Okay? But anyways, to disclaim, uh, I will listen to you. I am laughing when I'm saying it, but I'm serious. I will. Anyways, so how have you been, Sam? Oh my gosh, I know that you went through craziness, but how have you been post craziness? I don't know why I feel shy. Ugh, the serotonin shyness. Like, ugh, I hate it. Fucking hate it. Good. I'm so glad. Did they tell you how long it will heal? We'll just say he got a surgery. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say that. But did they tell you how long it will take to heal or like give you any kind of anything? Okay, that's great. I'm so happy. Um, yeah, I went to the eye doctor the same day, which was a trip, and it was really boring. And I had to get my eyes dilated and I hated it. But and then I had to drive with like these shields on, and it was just so extra. And I was like, ew, I have to drive like this. Gross. Um, these pajamas are gonna have to go. The ones that I'm wearing, they're too big. Oh my gosh, my whole like closet is empty. Gosh, I feel like it's so hard sometimes when you're a girly pop and you like a guy because it's like on one hand I feel like I have to be like interesting and bratty and just enough and like get that spark in, but then I also have to listen enough too. It's like a balance. It's a balancing act. So but I just have to live. I need to go live again. I miss it. I do, but I'm pretty sure my crush likes it when I go live. So gosh. 5 days. Okay, I have 5 days of liquids. Then I can eat soft foods again. My esophagus is in good shape. That's great. So happy for you. Oh my gosh. So happy. Are you able to talk and stuff, or do you have to like be quiet? Because I was gonna try to talk to you on the phone, but I knew that like you could have needed to like, you know, have a moment. I also have to get used to this too, where it's like I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna be like post deficit, like because it's like I'm still me, and I was really crazy before I started losing weight, and I'm like, I miss it. I miss being crazy. I just miss like being fun. Like I love being fun. I mean, I've still been kind of fun, but it's like I want to be even more fun. Oh yeah, I had a feeling. So I want to be even more fun. I want to be even crazier. I want to be like wild and free. And I'm just kidding. No, I just work a lot and I stay home and stay safe. So if my crush is wondering, I'm a good girly pop. I stay home and stay safe. I was gonna watch Twilight tonight, but I was like, no, because that financial news pissed me off. And I was like, well, it didn't even piss me off. I guess it kind of scared me and then it pissed me off, but it's just, I owe money for something, blah, blah, blah. Same bullshit. Um, but I know, Sam. I love it though. And I'm gonna make a public research. Okay, that's good. I know. I was really into Twilight over Scorpio season. By the way, Scorpio season just ended. It's Sag season now, which I don't know. Somebody like bitched out on me on Instagram, and then they said that I was ugly and all this stuff, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like, it was some gay thing. It's always some gay thing, isn't it? And in tip, get a little bitchy. It's always some gay thing in tip. But it's like it was on some post where I just wrote like because it was like one of those cheesy things on Instagram where like a gay guy is like, "Oh, I actually like feminine guys." Da, 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 da. And a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh," da, da. And I just commented and I was like, "I love my femininity. I would never change it for the world. Like I love it." And I got like some likes on there and stuff, and then somebody commented and they're like, "I'm a feminine gay guy and we just don't have a preference for you and blah blah." And I was like, "Honey, I don't know you. I don't give a fuck." I mean, I didn't say that because Instagram makes you kind of you can't say all that on Instagram, which anyways, but I was like, I was like, why would you assume that I'm into you? I don't know you at all. You're just a random profile. Like I was like, I don't care what you think at all. I don't even know, basically, why you commented this. And then they were like, oh my gosh, you're so sensitive. Oh, that's so unattractive and so feminine in a guy. And I'm like, honey, I was like, okay, I guess I could just read it. I could read my bitch attack. I could go for it. We could go for it. Had a little bitch attack. Okay, so I said, I would never change my femininity. I love it. And then he goes, good be you. We still like mask men. That's coming from a femme guy like me. It's a preference. Sorry. And then I commented and I said, why would you assume that I or anyone else wants you? I don't know you or care about your preferences. Get a clue. Thanks. That's all I said. I've been using some 2000s language lately. You'll catch. Then they responded. They said, because you said you would change it. If you did, we would still not want you. So do you. Stop being sensitive. You'll never find someone being this sensitive as a man. Yuck. I just looked at your page and I feel like I'm bullying the ugly gay at school. LOL. I'm sorry. And I responded and I said, no, I said I wouldn't change it. You need to learn how to read better and then try harder at getting a life. This is a bit ridiculous. I didn't even bother looking at your page because I honestly don't care about you at all. So pretty cold. I can be cold. But they kept going. They're like, you said you wouldn't change it. I agree, don't change it. And you're mad for why are you going back and forth with me if you don't care, babe? You're mad, I get it. The truth hurts. Oh, by the way, I don't assume everyone wants me. LOL, you did. Keep going. I'm bored at work. Honey, I didn't respond. I'm like, bitch, you just proved that you have no life. Like, my point still stands. You need to learn how to read better and you need to get a life. So that was how my Sagittarius season started. Which, Sagittarius, it's like bitchy a little bit. I like it. It's fun. Um, I'm not a hater of Sag energy, but I don't have any, like, I have like a touch of the Sag in me because I have ninth house, like, my sun is in the ninth. So I have a little bit of that. That's like where I come across as very philosophical and religious. Oh my God, Sam, shut it. I literally gave the jacket back to my mom. I was like, I'm done. I was like, I'm not going to wear this fucking jacket. I'm not. I'm just not. To me, it's not even like about my ex or anything because it's more about like my first love because I got it like when I saw him in Australia and all that. Which, yes, I had a type for a minute, but that type is over and I'm done. I've divorced from Australia, never again. Um, but anyways, it was more about him, but it's like that was 10 fucking years ago. It's like I'm over it, you know? It's like it's the past. Let the past be the past. Like, so, and my mom really liked it anyways. So I was like, I'll just give it back to her because I don't want to wear it. So I just gave it back to her. So I'm not even wearing it. I'm very lucky to be alive right before surgery. Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm glad that you're okay, Sam. Sorry it took me a while to read that one, but I'm really glad that you're okay. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll definitely have to talk once you can. So just let me know when you can talk. Because I was thinking of calling you today, but I was like, I know you're post surge, so I wasn't going to. But yeah, so I don't know, like I guess it's starting out with that little bit of bitch energy, but then it's like I reflect on myself because I feel like I don't know, it's so funny too because I'm like, that stupid fucking commenter is so wrong. It's like, it's not that I'm too sensitive. It's like, if anything, I'm too much of a bitch. And so I try to like, but then it's like, I have a weird relationship with being a bitch. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like I said, I have a weird relationship with being a bitch or not. I have a weird relationship with being wild and crazy, but then having roles. And it's like, I don't know what to do. So I'm a little bit confused. Um, but all I can say is like, still so into my crush. I want him to know that 100,000%. I don't know. I just feel like I have to say it all the time because I feel like I come across as a bitch. So, but, I get it. You know, it's hard. I don't know though, because to me, I feel like I am looking better. And then it's like it causes a weird dynamic because I'm starting to get a little bit of that salt, little bit, just like a tiny bit, but it's like very covert. And that exchange was so weird. And I feel like that guy was attracted to me because that was so weird based on like what I gave, what I was doing. Like I had nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? Like it's just weird. And I come across, I don't know, as combative and stuff, but there's a reason I'm avoidant, you know? It's like this is the kind of shit I deal with. This is what I've dealt with from the gay community. Is shit like that. And it's like, I'm sorry that I don't really like it. They don't treat me well, you know, and I feel like they treat my crush really, really well. They've never treated me well. I have always been treated terribly by the gay community. Um, well, that thing in particular is just like a random troll, but it's something that I've been through a lot, like in the gay world, which is why I don't like it because I'm always treated like shit within the gay community. Like, I literally have never been treated well by the gay community. And I feel like they don't like me because I'm more secure. Like, I don't feel like being gay is a flaw. I don't feel like I have anything to apologize for. Like, I don't have that of a feeling about being gay at all. Like, literally none. And I feel like they're jealous of that. So they hate me because of that. And then I don't know if some of them are attracted to me or not. Like some of the guys that have treated me like shit. But it's kind of like it's avoidant BS. And I swore that off. You know, it's like I'm not ever going to do that again. And I don't know. It's just hard. I don't think my crush believes me. I just don't. Yeah, that's true, Sam. I watched from the outside as my best friend was treated poorly. There's a lot of self-destructive energy that makes its way around. I know. And the thing is, like, there is just such an assumption in the gay world that like we're all huge whores or like we care so much about like I don't care about if every gay man finds me attractive. I care about if one does. I only care about I only care about you know who. That's the only guy I care about. I care about if he likes me. I don't give a fuck if some random I don't give a fuck. You know, it's like I'm a focused person. Like I so that's the kind of stuff. So it's like if something like that happens, I worry and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, if things were to work out with if things were to work out with ASMR guy, am I going to affect his reputation? Am I going to be a problem? Am I going to bring him down?" That's the kind of stuff where I feel insecure. That's where I feel insecure. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing to bring that energy, but it's like if you bring it to me, I fight back. I just do. I don't even think about it. Like that, I keep wanting to call him the F word, but that guy that was trying to say those things, he thought that it was such a big deal that I was fighting with him. And it's like, honey, it's like breathing. It is so easy for me to be a total bitch. Like, it is so easy. And I don't know. I just don't know. All I can say, ASMR guy, is I would defend you very fiercely. Absolutely. So I would, at least in terms of words, I'm good. Super good at it. So, and he has had people be mean to him and stuff, and I can't stand it. But I haven't always been the best with him either. But I pretty much have told him like it's because I was tortured and weird, and I just, you know, when you really like somebody and you feel like you don't have a chance, it's scary. Period. That's all. And I feel like there's been some of that from his end too, so I don't judge. But that's the shit I worry about. I don't give a fuck about the gay community. I don't care about like if I'm attractive to every gay man. I don't give a fuck. Why would I care? You know, and I don't know what is that assumption. What the fuck is that assumption? That I give a fuck about what every gay man thinks about me. I don't. It's so stupid. And it's so like presumptuous. And it's just weird. Like, why the fuck would I care if some random guy didn't like that I was feminine? Why would I care? You know? And then some of them, they're dumb because they're like, oh, you're so sensitive. It's like, honey, it's not about being sensitive. It's that I'm responsive. Which, by the way, my crush loves that about me. He loves that I'm responsive. Which, yes, being responsive is feminine, aka reactive. It is feminine. I am feminine. I am not ashamed of it. Maybe. Well, I think that person didn't, but maybe they did like the way my face looked or something, or maybe they're like, why do you have that face, but you're feminine? Like, I don't like that, or, you know, whatever. It's like, honey, this isn't choose your own. This isn't choose your own fag. I don't know what to say. It isn't. I'm not in the matrix. This isn't create a sim. It's not create a fag. This is real life. Like, if I'm not your cup of tea, then you can go because you're probably not my cup of tea. I'm very selective. I'm extremely selective. And like I said, my eyes are on one guy, one. So that's it. So it's like, I do not give a fuck. When it comes to that guy, when it comes to ASMR guy, I fucking care. I will tell you. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you till the cows come home. I will quiver in fear. You know, I'm scared it will not work out. It scares me because I do care deeply, very much so. But in terms of random people, whatever, girl, bye. And I don't know, like, I don't even know. I think like maybe I cared a little bit for like a year in 2016, you know? But I wised up pretty fast. And the gay world is just, it's, it will absolutely eat you alive. And for me, like, I never had a problem with boundaries. You know, if anything, my boundaries were too strong. So it's like, like I can, no, you know, it's like, I'm not going to fuck with that. You're not going to fuck with me with that shit. And so I don't know, you know, because of course it does remind me of like 2022. Like, I'm sure you remember that era, Sam, but it was so crazy and so chaotic. And it's like, I was so crazy back then. But it's like, that was the last time I wasn't in a deficit. So it's like, of course I have to reflect on that a little bit. And I wasn't well. I wasn't healthy. I wasn't like, you know, I cannot believe Bot is not awake. I'm literally going to message Bot. I'm going to say, what the hell, Bot? Why aren't you in my life? That's what I'm going to say. I'm just saying it. No, but I agree. 2022 was crazy. But I just remember there was this moment where like I was doing politics and the gay horde did not like my politics. And they were just like descending upon me. And it was like all these gay men, and they were like trying to tell me who to be, trying to tell me what to think, trying to tell me all this stuff. And it's like, I don't like you. I don't trust you. I don't want to listen to you. Like, what the fuck do you not understand? Like, I don't understand that kind of sense of entitlement. You know? It's like, I don't respect you. When it comes to ASMR guy, he's earned my respect. I respect him. I do. That's not easy to do either. But I respect him. So it's like, no, you know? But like, why would some random gay guy think that I would care? You know? And that's what I don't understand. I don't know if it's too much of a hive mind or like a collectivist mentality that I just cannot stand at all. I cannot stand it because it's like, what? You think you own me because I'm gay? Why? You know? And that's the kind of shit that I dealt with. And that's the kind of shit that I was avoiding, you know? And as I work towards looking better, I wonder how far it will go or how much it will happen, which it makes me nervous, you know? It does. Because it's like, everybody wants to talk about, or not everybody, but it's like we can all talk about how I have such hardcore boundaries. But why do I have hardcore boundaries? It's because that's what I deal with. I deal with that. And it's like, why? And it's like, you know, I just don't get it. But I've been in that a lot, which some of it I know is me. Because I have reflected on my dating history a lot this past month. Honestly, because I want to get this right. I do. I want to get this. I really want to get this right. So it's like I don't want to fuck it up, basically. So I think about the past and what I did and what I learned and all this stuff. And it's like a lot of it was my fault. Absolutely. But not all of it is my fault. But that's the hard part, you know. It's like I don't. How do I balance all this stuff? How do I be interesting enough to not bore him, but not too crazy that I scare him? How do I be accepting enough of him to make him feel welcome into my life or to welcome me into his, but still challenge him enough to call him higher in certain areas? You know, it's like, how do I balance all these things? And this is like, it's deeper questions, but it's hard, you know? And these are things that are just not, they're not easy. And it's like, I think we've been doing good. I felt very challenged by ASMR Guy. I feel like he's felt challenged by me. We've both leveled up a lot since this whole thing began. So it's like, I feel like we're both doing really well, or like we are pushing each other to evolve and to like grow. But it's like, I'm proud of both of us, you know. I am. But it's just hard. Like, these are complicated questions. Hello, Bubba. These are very complicated questions. These are not like easy answers. They're not, you know, how do I ride these lines? How do I find that balance? And I feel like I've done it. But it's like I said, I just don't want to fuck it up. You know, I just don't. I'll be honest. You know, I'm not as scared of being open finally. You know, it's like I can just say things because I'm not scared all the time. And I think part of that was the deficit. And I'm sorry, ASMR Guy, if that was confusing, but it was hard. You know, it's hard to lose weight when you're very emotional. It's really hard. I don't think he'd understand. He's very tough. Again, I really respect you, ASMR Guy. I do. Because I do see how tough you are. I really respect you. But I'm not as tough. I'm a bitch, you know? I'm like that cheesy 90s song. I'm a bitch, I'm a lover. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not as psycho as she is in that song. That song, she's a little too much. I'm not that bad. But I am like, I do change a lot. And it's like, I just hate because I feel like I have to prove to him that I'm serious, that I want to move forward and stuff. And it's like, I'm trying to, and I'm just impatient, you know, and stuff. And it's like, I'm sorry I was avoidant. I'm sorry, but this is partially why, because this is what I dealt with, you know? I haven't had, like, I feel like ASMR Guy has had a lot of guys. They have treated him bad, but a lot of them, they're like fawning over him. They try to like, they want him to like them, all that stuff. I've never had that experience. I've always had the opposite experience where it's, you know, which to be honest, I do feel like this like a twin flame thing, which I know that sounds crazy to people, but I don't give a fuck. I know that the documentary was crazy, but anyways, I'm just saying that. But it's like I see how our experiences have been the opposite of each other. So it's like he's had all these guys like fawn over him, be super supportive, be like so great to him. And it's like, so he loves the gay community. He loves that stuff because of how they've treated him. He probably has never felt accepted or completely accepted by anybody else. Whereas every time I've been in a gay community situation, I have never been anything but hated, judged, blacklisted, canceled, in combative situations. I have never had that, anything but that. And it's like part of it is I've had to open my mind and like really understand, but I just hope he can understand my perspective, because it's not that I hate people being cheesy or whatever. I love that ASMR guy is cheesy. I love it. I really do. Or camp or whatever. It's like, but to me, it's just always been this like, this jealousy, this like vindictiveness in the gay community, this sabotage. I've never been supported by the gay community ever. If anything, I've been completely sabotaged. It's been the opposite. Or they've only ever been in my way. And it's like, it's so crazy that, and part of it I think is because he's masculine, which I hate to say that, but I really think that that's part of it. I really think a lot of my experience has been because I'm feminine. I'm not even shitting you. I really think that that's a lot. That's a big part of it. It's literally like the sound of my voice versus the sound of his. And, but I know that he hasn't been treated perfectly either. So I don't want to like ever say that, or like, I get it. You know, like I understand that it's not always nice. People expect things out of him. People are trying to get things out of him all the time, that kind of stuff. So again, it's like we're opposite, but we're similar. But it's like with me, they just open up with what they want. And they just try to bulldoze me. And it's like I have to be strong because of that. And I hope he can understand. You know, I'd love to be softer or whatever. Like I'm sure he wants me to be. I'd love that. But it's like I don't feel safe. I don't in general. I do feel safe with ASMR at this point. But it took me a long time. And I hate that about myself. I really do. But you know, I'm sure there are good people in the gay community or in gay spaces. I'm sure there are. I've just never found them. I've always only found people that have tried to tear me down, basically. Yeah. Which it's just weird. It's really crazy. But I mean, I'm sure he's felt pressures too. I feel like a lot of times they don't want him to be masculine, or they don't want him to be his true self either. But he is more of a people pleaser. So he'll just give them what they want because it doesn't bother him as badly. I have to be me. I can't be somebody else. I can't do it. But, you know, I think that's why we admire each other. You know, it's like he probably admires my integrity. I admire his adaptability. I admire his ability to put his feelings aside. He probably admires my passion. You know, my quickness. I'm fast. I admire his calculation. I admire that he's able to think about things before he does them. I have a hard time. I'm impulsive. You know, even this live stream is impulsive. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't have anything planned. I'm just talking. You know, but it's like I just see it. I see the vision. I see it. I'm like, I feel like we could really do this, you know, and I want to. I really do. But it's like, I don't think he believes me. I really don't. So, because he's probably thinking, oh, Alex, he's crazy. He's going to change his mind. He changes his mind like the wind blows. I get it. But all I can say, ASMR guy, is it was never that I didn't like you. It was that I was scared. And that's I know it's hard to believe. I know it's crazy. I know it's hard to believe. But that's the truth. Is my own fears, my own insecurities, my feeling like I'm not good enough, you know? And it's hard with guys because you can't just tell him. I can't tell him, ASMR guy, you're good enough for me. It doesn't work. The words don't mean shit to him. It's the feeling. It's the feeling. As the feminine one, it's the way I feel. That's what he sees. That's what he perceives. That's what he listens to. And I do feel safer. I do. I think that's probably why I'm saying all this, you know, to be honest. But it's like I do feel safer. And I don't know. I just hope that he'll believe it. But anyways, how have you been, Bubble? I haven't seen you in a minute, but I'm glad that you're here. I'm just on like a gay rant, basically. I got pissed off by some gay person online, which is typical. I try to stay out of gay discourse because it's disgusting, but I did get on like TikTok and it was just, oh my gosh, like gay TikTok is like some of the most soulless. And it's not even like I hate them or anything. It's like everybody's just so sad and like tore up and like, oh my gosh, and this is being gay and this is being gay. And it's just like, gosh, like when is it just being you? You know? You know what I mean? Because it's like, is it me or is it that I'm feminine or is it just that I'm me? You know, does he get along with the gay community because he's him or is it that he's masculine? Like, what is it? And it's like, I get it, you know, like he's sunshine, I'm midnight rain. I guess the gay community doesn't like midnight rain. You know, it's like they don't like you to be real. They don't like you to be yourself. They don't like you to be an individual. Whereas he can play along. I can't. And I just hate it because I feel like if I say that, then all the fucking stupid ass gays will be like, you just want to be liked by us and we just don't like you. And then it's like, I really actually don't care though. Again, I only care because I would never want to make ASMR guy look bad. That's the only reason I care. And I can keep my mouth shut in public, by the way. ASMR guy. I'm very quiet in public. I would never embarrass you. I can behave very well. And I don't get too drunk. I don't get drunk ever. So I behave. But anyways. I just have to dispel myths. These are things that I feel like he might fear about me. And it's like, I don't get drunk like that. So I'm not crazy. But anyways. I'm just me trying to put out fires, you know? I'm always trying to put out fires in his mind. I try to find them. I know he wants me to read his mind. I know he does. I do my best. I was thinking about what you're saying, comparing masculine versus feminine, how you're treated in the community. But it made me wonder is feminine and conservative the most complicated to navigate? I don't know, because it's like, I am conservative, but I'm very like boring conservative. Like I'm pretty center, you know? So it's like, I don't think it's political necessarily. Like I think in the context of like when I was being canceled by the gay world or whatever, because I had debated Hunter Avalon, that I think was obviously political, but I was literally a political activist. But like I wasn't a political activist in 2016 when I was treated like shit. When I was at gay bars, like I think sometimes people have this perception of me that I've only ever lived online, which it's not true. Like, I used to go out all the time when I was young, and, like, I had bad experiences in person. Like, I had shitty experiences in the gay world in person too. It's not just online. And I wasn't a political person at the time, or I certainly not an activist. I wasn't talking about it, you know? And it's like, that's around the time that I was duffed as well. That's around the time that I was, it was just this shit show, basically, around that time, which obviously then I stopped being involved because I was like, well, fuck them, basically, because they sell you this lie that the gay community is so wonderful. And it's like, they're not. But I also think, too, when it comes to me, an ASMR guy, there could be cultural differences. So it might not even be masculine versus feminine or political. It may be American versus British, because I think it could be totally different there versus here, because that's also the case, which I hope that he would consider that too. Like, ASMR guy, we do have some cultural differences, It's like, what is the way it is there? It may not be the way here. It's very cutthroat here. So that could be it too. That's probably like one of the bigger parts of it, if I'm honest. That would probably be one of the bigger things, is there is a cultural difference, or, a geographical difference as well. So it's like, because I don't know how I would be treated in England. I don't know. Being so feminine, I might have a huge issue, but I also might not. So it's like, I don't know. And I don't know how ASMR guy was treated over it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Because sometimes it's harder when you're masculine. For straight people, it's harder for them to understand if you're gay and masculine. Or they try to say you're not, or they try to like do this type of stuff. And that's an experience I've never had. Even when I was closeted, I was like in the glass closet, And in terms of the straight world, for the most part, I'm treated very well. Or just, um, I don't know, honestly. I just am, you know? So there's been a couple times where I felt something, but it hasn't been that often. So I can't I don't know, I can't relate. If he's had a lot of issues, I haven't. I've had some problems, I have, but even like the familial issues I had, like I had people that were very upset about me coming out. There was like a whole religious thing with it. Like, it was a drama when I came out and everything. And I don't even know. I don't know if ASMR guy did have issues or not. Maybe he did. But for me, I did have issues, but I think they were more personal than just the gay issue. It was deeper than that. So it probably would have happened anyways, because I just wasn't getting along with that part of my family. And so it was just like a perfect excuse to have a problem. You get me? So it's like, I don't think that it's that simple, but that's my experience. And I can't say that that's his, you know? Um, so I don't know. It's just totally different. But I mean, I think we can learn from each other, and I have learned a lot from him. Before this whole thing started, I was very crotchety. I was very busted. I was closed-minded. I wasn't very fun. Um, and I feel like since I've interacted with him, I've become more open, more gracious, more optimistic. Um, a bit more self-assured. I'm having a much easier time expressing my feelings and stuff now than I did, 2 or 3 years ago. I'm not just talking in like a constant stream of like chaos. It's like I talk clearly and focused, and I do feel like the pressure from him has given me structure in a way that I needed. And I hope that I've given him some kind of nurturance in a way that he needs, because I think we've helped each other a lot. Like, I won't get into his stuff, but he's grown a lot, like a lot. And I'm really proud of him. I just am. I'm so proud of him right now. So, but yeah, I think a lot of it is just opening up your mind and seeing the other side of things, or seeing things from another person's perspective, and understanding something like that. It's like we're both the quintessential opposite, where it's like I've struggled to depend upon structure in my life. And I feel like he has struggled to rely upon nurturance in his life. I've never been short of nurturance as a feminine person. I've always been nurtured, but I've lacked structure. And I feel like it's been the opposite for him. And so, of course, something like the gay community, it's less structured. So it's like it can feel more freeing to him, or more like he can be more creative, because his life, I think, was relatively structured. Mine was not as structured. Mine was very loose. I never felt like I couldn't be who I was, ever. I've never felt that way. I think if I did feel that way, it came from the inside. It came from myself. It didn't really come from like my mom. It didn't. Um, and I never felt like conditional nurturance from my mom. I just didn't. But I did feel like I couldn't trust the structures in my life, whether that's like school or university or the government or these types of things. Like, I've never felt supported by any of those things ever. And whether that's the gay community, the community, that's like an institution or a structure, I don't feel supported by that. I never have. So it's like, but again, as I've lacked that support structure, I feel like he's given it to me. And maybe he feels the same way about nurturance. Maybe that's the magic of it. It's like we have something the other doesn't. And it's been healing, whatever this has been, you know? Let me see. Don't forget the other feministy ideal. You aren't going to get knocked up and leave him for child support. Oh my God, shut up, Sam. Bubble India says, I've noticed very different experience just between different cities. True, every city has a different dating culture. That's true, but I've been all over the country. Like, I've been in a lot of different places. I've lived in California. I've lived in Las Vegas. I've lived in El Paso, which, oh my God, I fucking hated it. And then I've lived in Alabama. So I've lived in quite a few different places over my years. And I think for me, most of the guys, well, not most, but the guys that I've most significantly connected with have been abroad. And I think it's because I don't even know why. Honestly, this is going to sound so harsh, but I guess I just have to be real. It's because a lot of American gay men, they act like they are totally broken because they're gay. And I just don't relate to that. I don't feel that way. And I feel like in other countries, they don't feel that way as bad, or they're not like that. At least like in the countries I've dealt with. So they're more normal, I guess. And he probably wouldn't want to hear that, because he wouldn't want to hear that I view him as more normal, because he'd be like, I want to be different or something, But to me, it's a good thing. To me, it's like stable or like you have a soul, ASMR guy. It's like you're not soulless. I don't know. You have a sense of humor. You have a light about you. You have something going for you. It's like a lot of gay men here, they're just like, they all believe the same things. They all say the same things. They all do the same things. They all want the same things. They're all this, they're all that. Like it's literally like a cookie cutter. It's like they all believe in a religion I don't believe in. And I just don't relate to it at all. And it's like we're not going to be anything at all. Or we're going to be something, but it's going to be a secret. Or we're going to this or we're going to that. It's like, or they're cheating on somebody. It's like, I just don't, which I'm sure that there's those problems everywhere within the gay world, but it's like, it's just not a thing. I don't know. But I tried. I think there is a perception. Like, I think my ex even came on here. I've realized that one of those fake accounts is probably my ex, or one of those accounts is probably my ex. And he even was like, you just do that because you're trying to stay away or whatever bullshit. Which it's like, that's really rich coming from you, freaking avoidant 2.10.0. I mean, my God, my ex was way more avoidant than me. It was just crazy. So don't even, you are the last person to tell me that. But anyways, so to me, it's like I was sitting there like, I tried. I really tried. It's like after I got dumped or after I broke up or whatever, I don't even know what that was, honestly. I think he did dump me technically, but I didn't fight for it at all. I guess that's the way I could put it. But after that, I tried. I tried very, very hard after that. And it was just a bunch of weird things where it was like a lot of people wanted me to be a third and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to be a third. Like, that's weird. I got a lot of that. I'm like, what the fuck? Is that written on my face or something? I just was like, ugh, you know? Because it's not like I didn't have any interest. It's just like, it's not what I wanted. It's like it was pretty trash. Or like the guys would literally be married. Some of them were married to a woman. And I'm like, I am not getting near that. Like you got me all the way fucked up. And then as far as like in the past, like El Paso is just trash, honestly. LA, it was really bad too. It was bad in a completely opposite way though. Um, but yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's an American thing. Like maybe we are just so pressured to be different here that it's or something that it's like the message like short circuits in gay men's brains and they go from like they end up trying to be so different and so creative and so original that they're literally like everybody else. And it's like, whoa, like you literally don't have a personality. And I don't know if it's just different in other places, you know? But that's the way I could describe it. I mean, then there's just a lot of really guys that are super boring and they're just not it, which, whatever. I guess you can say I'm a bitch because I don't like everybody. I don't. Like some of them, they're just boring. But even like guys that I had like an interpersonal dynamic with, or like that I was working with, or you know, it's like they were fucking weird. Like I don't even want to get into it necessarily because some of the details are controversial, but it's like, for example, there was this guy in 2014, and it's like he, I think he was anxiously attached, which I'm gonna clock ASMR guy as anxious attached as well. And that's the only other guy I've ever dealt with that was anxious. And he literally was trying to use my cousin as leverage to make me jealous. to make me say something or step in or be like, no, don't be with my cousin, be with me. That was never going to happen. Like, what the actual fuck? And this guy was 19 at the time, but it's like, I really do think he liked me because it was just weird. It's like he was almost asking my permission to try to get with my cousin and all this stuff. Like, and it was just so bizarre. And I look back at it now with the perspective I have, and I'm like, he wanted me to be like, no, don't do this. I want you to be with me. But I didn't. I didn't want him. And he fucking blew up my life because I didn't want him back. You know? He lied about me. He threw me under the bus. He was very charming. He was a fucking liar. And everybody believed him over me and said that I was so desperate for him and all this crap. And it's like, I wasn't. I wasn't fucking. It's like, I leave evidence. If I want somebody really bad, I say I do. Like, I don't think any of you guys could deny that I want ASMR guy, other than maybe ASMR guy, but it's literally probably because he's anxiously attached. He's an anxious attached person. So I think he just has doubts, or he just doubts himself or whatever, which I will fucking reassure you every day. Literally. I don't care. I will, because I do want you. I want him. But it's like, this guy, I didn't want him. I just wanted to be friends. You know, I was confused. I was closeted at the time. I was confused. I didn't really, like, I thought he was cute or whatever, but it's like, I didn't really like him like that. You know? And fuck me, because I didn't like him like that. And I'm not even going to get into the Charlie thing, but that's a whole other thing. I don't think Charlie was like actually like really, really like in love with me or anything, or he really liked me, but I think he just, I don't know. I think he wanted like a conquest or something. Like, I think it was, that's how I feel. I don't have any evidence of that necessarily that I can show, but I did hear certain things at the time. But that made me think that. But it's the same thing. It's like, I didn't want him. I just didn't. And then he accused me of wanting him so bad. And it's like, I never thought he wanted me until he insisted that I did, that I wanted him, when I never told him I did, you know? And he was like obsessed with that. And it's like, I feel like that's kind of a tell, you know? And so it's so frustrating to me that it's like the one guy that I want, he doesn't believe I want him. And all these guys that I didn't want, they all think I did. So it's like, what the fuck is that? And that has to be me. It has to be. Like, I have to be like socially stupid or something, because that has happened all the time. And I can't blame that on every guy. But again, like the Charlie thing, that was in person. The other guy that I talked about with my cousin and all that, that was in person. Like, these are real life experiences, or this is like in person stuff. This isn't just online. This isn't the kind of thing I've dealt with. In my first love, that was a whole ass thing. I was so confused by him. I thought he was straight, and he was so fucking pissed that I didn't want to make out with him. And he hated my guts after that. And he took it as like a super huge rejection. And I did want him. So him I did want. So if he told people I wanted him, I did. There was evidence of it. I had told him and everything. I wanted him. So him, yes. My first love, I did want him. And it was very obvious at the time that I did. But I did reject him, and he was so pissed that I rejected him. And it's like, that's scary, you know? That sets you up to be scared to date, because it's like, these guys, like, it's like, fuck, you know? Like, I just wasn't that into you. Certainly with these guys, I wasn't even into, at least with my first love, I was into him. I probably should have just went for it with him, but I didn't, because I didn't trust him. But he was like, he triggered my daddy issues so bad. My first love, it was crazy. But I was such a mess at the time. I feel bad about it, or I felt really bad about it after it was over. And, you know, because I flubbed that so bad, it's like I think about it today and I'm like, I don't want to flub this. because I don't think I've ever liked somebody as much as my first love until this guy, until ASMR guy. I'm not even fucking kidding. And that's crazy to say. So it's like I fucked that up all those years ago. I don't want to fuck this up. So I've tried to do things differently. But like I said, that's the thing. It's like, why is it that all these guys that I didn't want, they all say I want them, but the one guy I do want doesn't believe I do. But it's like, I understand with ASMR guy, I have exhibited a lot. He perceives it as ambivalence. It's not ambivalence. It's fear, especially over the summer. It was fear. So it was fear. I was scared you're with someone else. Terrifies me. And that's what that was. It was fear. It's not that I'm not sure, it's that I'm scared. Who wouldn't be scared? And that's the thing about it. And that's why people don't do love. That's why people don't want to be in love. That's why people don't want to do this stuff, because it's like, it's scary. There's stuff, especially when you're in your 30s and you've been fucking hurt, or like you've dealt with things. It's like, it's not just one person, It's not just online, it's in person too. It's not just, the gay community online. It's the gay bars, the scene that I went to. I was treated like shit. I was treated really, really badly. And when I look back at it, I'm like, I think some of it was because they were fucking attracted to me. So why did they treat me like shit? Because they're attracted to me. It's just stupid. But then I think about it and I'm like, yeah, well, I did stupid shit with ASMR guy too. So I tried to rectify it though. But I don't know. Just avoidance is bullshit. That's all I can say. It is. And I don't know. I feel bad. Like, I talked to Eric about his dating life a lot too, and he's really fatigued by the gay world, and he's like over it. He's so over guys too, where he's just like, because he has this one guy talking to him, and the guy is so avoidant, and it's so obvious, and it's like he's 39, and it's like he's such a flop at 39. It's like, oh my God, this is so bad. It's horrible. And it's like, they don't even have barriers. They don't have anything. Like, and it's like, this guy cannot get a grip. Like, he can't even just ask Eric to hang out with him. He does all this bullshit, and it's like dancing around the issue. And it's like, why? So I don't know. It's not like it's just a me issue, but it's like, it's been a long time to get to this point. And I feel like this is the closest I've been for something to actually work out. And I mean, I feel like long term. And I just don't want to fuck it up. But I am crazy. So I'm like, well, I'm going to fuck it up because I'm crazy. I'm just kidding. But I just worry about it because it's like, oh my gosh. But like you said, Sam, I'm just being me. I feel like being me has worked for sure. Because I think ASMR guy likes me as a person. So the more me I am, the more happy he is. But yeah. And when did that become so hard anyways, What caused me to believe that I had to change something or change everything about myself for it to work? And why did that fucking idiot troll tell me like I have to change in order to find somebody, or like I have to change my sensitivity in order to find somebody? which is like, I'm so glad I'm not that young because I don't believe that. Because, like I said, no. That's probably one of ASMR's favorite things about me is my responsiveness. I'm fast. He loves that about me. He loves it. And I think a lot of the guys that have been into me, they do love that about me. I think it's one of my most attractive qualities. So why the fuck would I mute one of my most attractive qualities, which is responsiveness? You know, a lot of the guys that have liked me, they're not as emotional as I am. So they like that I'm emotional. They find it interesting or fascinating or different to their experience. And in my opinion, ASMR guy is not any different. He may act like he's super emotional a lot of the time, but then he sees me and he's like, oh, you actually are. And I'm like, yeah, I am. And I look at him because I like to think that I can be calculating and cool and I can be smart and all these things. And I look at him and I'm like, no, he's actually smart. He's strategic, you know? And I'm like, wow, he's fucking incredible. So it's like, because I value that in him so much because it's like, I don't have that. And I feel like that's such a perfect combo because it's like you need somebody who will just go for it and take a leap and do something. And then you also need somebody who's like, wait, let's think about it. And I feel like those two forces, like we'd be unstoppable. We'd be absolutely unstoppable. And I just see it. You know, I see the vision. I just see it. And I try to create that vision. I feel like as the divine feminine, that's my job is to provide a vision to him. And I think a lot of the girls, they don't understand that. It's like part of our role is to create a vision for a guy. And a lot of us don't. Or we're like, that's too much work. Or, you know, whatever. And it's like, no, it's fine. You're probably good at it. Shut the fuck up. You're probably good at it. You probably have a good vision. And it's like, just, you know, provide that. It's not that hard. Not really. And I think for me, it's like I've been doing a lot better since I got over my avoidance, which is pretty new. I'd say like I really reckoned with it in September. But it's been a couple months and I'm not going back to it. And I'm like, okay, like, and so it's a lot easier in a certain way. Like I feel like it's going good, but I don't know. And probably that's why I'm doing the stream because I feel like it's going good. So I'm like, let's take a leap of faith. Let's do something because I'm the one that will. That's my job. Somebody has to. By the way, Bubble, me and ASMR guy are both Slytherins, for the record. Just had to let you know. I don't know why I had to let you know specifically, but I did. But he did this video when he did like a dance in a Slytherin costume, and I died. I loved it. I was like, oh my god, you're a Slytherin too. And not that I didn't know. Because we're both ambitious as fuck. I got a vision too. I got ambitions too. That's why we would work. Gosh, can you see the vision? Can you see it? I can see it. I see it every fucking day. Anyways. Is that a snake emoji? Oh my god. Then I'm still, part of me is like, I hope this stream doesn't piss him off. I'm like, it probably won't. But why do I feel like it will? Or why am I scared? Why was I ever scared I would? I don't know. I need to get new jeans. These jeans are not, they're kind of too big. But it's like, I still have some gaps in my wardrobe, which sucks. And I need to get rid of these pajamas I'm wearing. They're way too big. These are like really, this shirt is just ancient history. And then these pants are too fucking big. Like I have them tied so tight. I have to get rid of them. But I don't have any PJs for the winter. So it's like I have to be careful to not get rid of stuff before I have a replacement. Oh my gosh. I will say I'm not sure about ASMR's political beliefs. I don't know. And he might get a kick out of that, but I don't know. I can't tell. I can't. I don't know. But I feel like he just thinks for himself. So I don't think he's easy to read like that, which is fine for the record. ASMR, that's fine. My views are really basic, to be honest. That's why I don't talk about them, because they're kind of boring as shit. But it's partly why I couldn't cut it in politics, because I was boring. My views were boring because they're so basic. But whatever. Pretty fucking basic. Not even worth talking about. That's how basic they are. But I feel like ASMR guys, they're probably kind of different. I'd love to hear about them. Because I think they'd be smarter. Anyways. Okay. I guess I did clean up this fucking pile of clothes. What did you say, Sam? Like, cleaning is like spiritual or something, or it reflects chaos of the mind or something like that. Maybe. I just want to show you guys this too. So I got this cardigan and I absolutely adore it. I wore it today. I'm going to put it on so you can see it in action. But it was giving cardigan with T-Swift vibes. I love a cardigan. I used to have a cardigan at my horrible abusive job that I had. But obviously I finally don't have a freaking abusive job. So now I just have a cardigan that has nothing to do with it. But they made me give it back, and I didn't want to give it back because I was obsessed with that cardigan. And they made me give it back, but it's so comfortable. I feel like a cardigan is so cozy. My mom was making fun of me. She's like, it's like an old man cardigan. And I was like, I don't care. I love it. And it feels really good when I'm like walking in it and stuff. So I love it. And I'm going to wear it again tomorrow. I know. I adore it. And it feels good too. Like it's kind of soft. But it's also like a cardigan is just very cozy. And I just love it. And I'll probably get more too. But I just wanted to show it. And then I got like this new jacket, which of course I see the vision. I see me in England wearing that jacket. I'll have to show you guys that jacket. But I had to get a cold jacket anyways because oh, thank you, Bubba. I had to get like a snow jacket because it gets really cold, and the only snow jacket I had was a 3X, and that's too big. So I had to get one it's a large. I guess I can show you. Let me show you because I don't know when I'm gonna go live again. But then I have to go downstairs, so just wait. And then I'll probably end the stream and do that. So I'm not gonna put it on because I haven't washed it and I don't trust thrift stores. But this is how it looks. So I don't know if you can kind of see the vision. I guess you kind of can't. I guess I should put it on, but I don't want to. But yeah, I guess it's just a preview for now. But I'll probably wear it in the winter because I'm gonna be freezing cold. So you'll see it then. But it's very heavy. And I was able to get it at the thrift store for like 18 bucks or whatever. So it's really nice. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Yeah, I love it. It's kind of giving Edward a little bit too in the woods. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.